Hello, everyone. My name is Danny, and I'm going to review Father Figures. Owen Wilson and Ed Helms play twin brothers whose mother raised them to believe their father died when they were young, which they later discover to be a lie, prompting them to set out to find their real father. On the way, they discover more about their mother than they ever wanted to know. J.K. Simmons, Cat Williams, Terry Bradshaw, Ving Rhames, and Christopher Walken co-star in this outrageous and heartwarming comedy. This is a 2017 film, rated R, runs 113 minutes. I told you pretty much all the other co-stars. You will recognize a couple more people. And again, the main stars are Ed Helms and Owen Wilson. I'll start off by saying that I pretty much committed to not seeing silly little comedies or really raunchy comedies or something that I think looks really stupid in theater for most of the last years of my life. It's tough to go actually spend money on something I think is going to be so completely stupid, and this actually fell into that list. So months later, I'm seeing it on DVD from my library, and I'm gonna move on with my life. You know, that was my attitude going in. It was one of those comedies that had a lot of money behind it and got tons of previews, and I thought, well, they pretty much gave away the whole movie in the previews. And so I didn't want to see it in theaters, and I didn't really want to see it. I wasn't too excited about it. That's my attitude going in. That changed after about 20 minutes. This gets very serious, and it gets very real and human, and that's what I really ended up liking about it. It still has a lot of stupid comedy in it, and jokes that I just kind of let fly off my shoulder, but the realness of it really got me. So I wrote down a couple things that really got me. The first one is when Ed and Owen kind of find out this whole situation with their mother. Ed really knocks her and blames her for his life sucking. And he never does actually apologize for that, and it's hard to see that. Our mothers care for us and, raise us, and anytime I hear somebody yell at their mom so violently, that kind of strikes a chord. And so I wrote it down because that really, was a very, I guess, useful tool for a movie. That's what I'll call it. The second thing is kind of the first guy that they hate to give the movie away, but like I said, the previews were out there. Everybody kind of knows what's going on here. Terry Bradshaw ends up not being their dad. And when they find that out, Terry Bradshaw, who's been in some really stupid things and doesn't really know how to act, really turns into a good human being and he gets given some good lines to say, and he really delivers them. And that's another kind of pulling on the heartstrings kind of moment, and it's nice. And it makes the movie a little bit more real. And I appreciated that. I really did. I didn't really see this coming at all. So the last thing was there's a train scene. It's kind of one of the more staple scenes of the movie. And the way that Ed and Owen are yelling at each other and what happens with the train, you just think that, this comedy has turned into something completely, scary. And you're just kind of on the edge of your seat wondering what's going on. And I thought that really was effective. And I did not see it coming whatsoever, and I hope none of you do either. And maybe most people who see this review have actually seen this movie, I hope. So, hope I don't give too much away there. The funniest things that I wrote down, because, like I said, a lot of it's just really sad, stupid humor that I just can't get and I can't relate with, and I just don't know why it keeps being popular with every single movie coming around, but it is. But some truly funny things, I thought. there's a moment when they're first flying out, the brothers, that Owen turns to an old lady and says, am I right? You know, was there some electricity between the stewardess and my brother? And she says, well, that stewardess sure looks like a cock tease. And I was like, whoa. Old ladies are so funny. We all know this from Happy Gilmore, and you know, name 5 other movies. I'm sure everybody can, where some old lady delivers a great moment or is more of the staple comedy of the movie, and that one helped me. That got me. That got me. And then for some reason, Terry Bradshaw, his moment of the movie, he loves Ed Helms' character. He is so glad that to have this possible son of Ed Helms, and he just kind of ignores Owen all the time. His name is Kyle. He keeps calling him Donald. And like when they're throwing the football, Owen's like, "I'm open," and he throws to Ed Helms. And it's that was good. That was good. You know, authentic. You know, natural. You know, they don't need to try so hard all the time, and stuff like that is really funny. It's really good. And then the train scene. 2 minutes ago, I said how serious it gets. It does, but it is hilarious also. The stuff that's going on there. I'm not a big fan of Cat Williams, but that was his moment to be funny, and he was pretty funny. So I'll give him credit for that at least. The last thing I'll say about this movie is that there's two, depending on how you look at it, 3 big twists. I would say 2. You think it's going to end at a moment. It doesn't. It would have been a satisfactory ending. And then they take it somewhere else to really surprise you. And then they kind of have a little bit at the end, and it's kind of we felt like putting this there because we're the ones who made the movie. That's what it felt like. So all I can say is keep watching to the end. Don't know what to expect with this movie. I hope you all enjoy it. I really did, more than I thought I would. This is not something stupid, and I'm going to give it a grade of a B. I think it's satisfactory. It's way better than what you think it's going to be. I think most people are going to go into this thinking, oh, stupid Ed Helms and Owen Wilson humor. Here we go again. They're doing some movie together, and they think they can throw any jokes they want at us, and most of the time it is that. But the realness of the movie gets you, and I hope it gets everybody, and you kind of appreciate it for what it is. A lot nicer movie than I thought it was going to be. So a B for Father Figures. My name is Danny. If you like any of my other reviews, give them a watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you want to. I have a lot more movies coming. This is one of the comedies I've had lately. I've had a lot of serious movies lately. So this was a good comedy. I appreciated it. So hope you all do too. So enjoy your movies, guys. Thanks a lot.